Well, hello and welcome to our live coverage of the Women's European Handball Championships. Paul Bray here with you for this Group 2 main round match between the Netherlands and Slovakia. Well, earlier today, Montenegro beat Germany 27-20. Then Sweden, a stunning win, 29-26 against France. And it means Sweden are top of the group at the moment. France and Montenegro right behind them on 4 points. The Netherlands coming out very shortly are on 3 points. Slovakia and Germany with 0, but the story, of course, is that they are here at all. So the Slovakians, they're living the dream. The Minnows were fully expected to be home already today, but two close defeats to France and Montenegro in the preliminary stages seem to confirm that that would be the case. But in a match that will long live in Slovakian handball folklore, they overturned a 6-goal deficit to sensationally beat World Championship silver medalists Serbia and booked their ticket in the main round. Well, here with the teams arriving earlier on. Slovakian team, whose coach was asked if he thought they'd make it through to the main round and said, well, we'd love to, but I don't think it's likely. He bet on it, lost the bet, and the price he had to pay is he had to run the first 10 kilometers of the team's transfer from Osijek to Zagreb, and they made him do it. He put his bags on the back, on the lorry. They all got on the coach, and they gave him a head start. It's the last time that Dusan Polos will bid against his own team. So the Dutch are being introduced. Well, they started the tournament by stunning the Germans with a confident 29-26 win. They were then unlucky to concede a draw against Sweden, with Oden scoring a last gasp equaliser for the Scandinavians. And they then lost to Croatia in a match without consequence, since the Croatians by then were already sensationally eliminated from their home championship, which they are co-hosting with Hungary, because of 2 earlier defeats. So now the Slovakian team are being introduced. What a stunning performance, though, against the Serbians. They overturned a 6-goal deficit to come back and win. 4 penalty saves. They do have, though, the lowest scoring average among the main round teams, and that's going to be a problem against the very mobile defence that they're going to be up against here. They're going to be relying very much on the experience of right winger Dubayova, who plays for German champions Thüringen and has 217 international games and 835 goals to her name. But they will need the playmaker Benuskova to be on top form as well if they want to be able to create chances in attack. Left winger Sukenikova has also been economical with 6 from 7. And there is the coach, Dusan Polos, looking okay after the extra 10-kilometer run yesterday. So with the teams introduced to the spectators here in the arena, it's the turn of the referees from Norway, Kjersti Arnsten and Guro Røen. A new pairing. Arnsten used to be together with Ida Gulaksen, but changed last year with Guro Røen. So now it is time, after the introduction of the table officials, who are Sandor Andorka of Hungary and Helmut Wieler of Austria, for the national anthems. It will be the Netherlands first. Cheer from the smattering of supporters in the arena, and now the anthem of Slovakia. What a proud moment from the team that was supposed to be home this evening. Doing some extra Christmas shopping instead. Serbia, shock of the tournament, have gone out. And the Dutch, for their part, have created the other shock by not only coming through from the group in Varaždin, but actually topping the group in Varaždin and seeing Croatia, the co-hosts of this tournament, going home. So here in this cavernous Arena Zagreb in the Croatian capital, not helped, I'm afraid, by the exit of the Croatian fans, and not too many people are here. Here the lineup then. Groot should start in the centre for the Netherlands, with Polman returning at left back, Van der Heyden at right back. Smets may well start ahead of Goes on the left wing, with Luciano on the other wing. There is Polman, 17 goals, a 59% success rate. What's more exceptional is that she didn't play at all in the Croatian dead rubber. She was rested. And there is the right back, Van der Heyden, 15 goals, 48% success rate. Not quite as good as Polman, who really has played some nice handball in the competition so far. Slovakia, well, Benuskova should start in the centre with Dubajova, and the only other right back, Trehubova there, and Jakubisova will be on the right wing with Sukenikova on the left side. There is Dubajova, 7 goals, a 41% success rate for the player, with 217 appearances for her country. And this is Jakubisova, 33 years of age. She scored 14 goals in this competition, a 70% success rate, which is excellent. She plays a club handball for German champions Thüringen. She's up against two of her teammates, in fact, here today, Smets and Snelder. There's Henk Gröner, who must be absolutely delighted with his team's performance. So they prepare to go on court. Two teams that have been the surprise package of the tournament. There is Dusan Poloz, who 2 years ago at Euro 2012 was assistant coach to Jan Bajny, coach of the Czech Republic, and they surprised a little then as well when they went through to the main round. He said he learned so much from Jan Bajny, and now he's done it himself with his team Slovakia. He also coaches Baník Most in the Czech Republic, who were EHF Challenge Cup winners last year. Well, smiles all round from these teams, who are thoroughly enjoying this occasion. They've never met in official competition before, but they have met in a couple of friendlies in the Netherlands back in March 2008. The Dutch won 24-23 in one game, 33-30 in the other, so there's not much in it, and that said, the teams have changed quite a bit since then anyway. So Henk Gröner looks on. There is Sukenikova, 6 goals from 7 in the competition. Very good efficiency rating for the left winger, and that is Skolkova. So here we go then. Slovakia in the all-white strip throw off this final match of the day here in Group 2 in the Arena Zagreb. Netherlands in their customary orange tops and black shorts. 6-0 defence. Jesse Kramer is in the centre of the defence. May only be used in defence. Nearly stolen, but well turned. Skolkova. Ball's lost now. Luciano, the goalkeeper's come out. In fact, it's Jankovic who seems to have started for the Netherlands, the more experienced of the two. Rather wayward shot, comfortably picked out by Gubikova, back in play. Well, you may think they're just glad to be here, the team from Slovakia, but Dusan Poloz did say, well, we would love to win a match here in the main round as well. In fact, win all 3. Henk Gröner, meanwhile, has got a good team here. They've played some very attractive handball. Very mobile defence, the Dutch, and some very attractive play. Nice crossover plays at the back with Van der Heyden, Polman and Hood setting it all up. Oof, that was a heavy stumble. Snelder turns to look at the referee and confirms that it is indeed a free throw for Slovakia. There's Luciano, player of the match against Croatia. So the Dutch with a win, a draw and a defeat, although the match against Croatia that they lost, the last preliminary group match, was irrelevant because the result wasn't going to be carried through and Croatia were already certain to be out of the competition. Something which the local press have described as a national disaster. It is also, sadly, for the competition itself, as you can see with all the empty seats. Let's hope that the spectators do turn out, because there has been some very good handball, close games, and more to come. Little talking to for Groot, 26-year-old playmaker, who plays a club handball for Midtjylland in Denmark. Looking for the line. Slovakia get the first goal. Jakubisova, a German-based winger, coming around and finding herself at the back in a bit of space. And Jankovic tried to close the angle, the 28-year-old keeper, but couldn't quite. Holman comes into the middle, goes for the wing. Unfortunately, that went through the area. Well, that was good play. She stole the ball the first time. Sukenikova, but trod in the area, came straight back out again and brought on the attacking foul. Shot well blocked there. Trehubova, 25-year-old who plays for the Slovakian champions, Juventa Michalovce. Three of the team do. That was not a bad idea, trying to drop it into the line player, but it's going to be a fast break the other way. Top corner, Martin Smits. 1-1. Tipped over. And I must say I was quite amused yesterday by the story of Dusan Polos, the Slovakian coach, who didn't think his team would make it through to the main round, and as a bet said he'd run those 10 kilometers. It was miserable weather as well. Set off with a bit of moral support from a couple of his staff who went with him as well after dropping their bags off on the coach. 2-1 it is to the Netherlands. Van der Heijden scoring the second. So switch around. Vajnohova has gone to the left back position. She comes around now. That's not bad at all. Especially when you're a winger, Jakubisova, with a bit of a jump shot, but a very quick response by the Dutch. And it's Groot. Slow build up by the Slovakians. Slovakia, who warmed up with a couple of games against the Ukraine at home. 1-1, lost one. Also played in the Provident Cup in Hungary back in October. And they beat the Czech Republic, lost to Hungary, and then drew with Austria. So onto the far wing. Hornakova, 23 years of age, just 16 caps. Free throw, too many steps anyway, says the referee, but at least Rajonova keeps possession. For their part, the Dutch played against Russia, a draw and a win at home. It was their last preparation before coming out here. It obviously augured well, as they started with that great win against the Germans. Nice shot! Van der Heijden with her second. Give her a little bit of space and she will go straight through. 6 minutes played nearly, and it's 4-2 to the Netherlands. A win here today would put them level with Montenegro and France on points, but behind Sweden at the top of the table on 5. Oh, and a bit of a mistake. Oh, stolen straight back again. Just hang on to it and wait for the free throw, taken quickly. Van der Heijden conceding, no way through for Rajonova. There she is, plays for Slavia Prague. They were runners-up in the joint. It's a Czech and Slovak league that they play, a joint league with their top clubs. Won by Juventa Michalovce last year, Slovakian side. And they hit back again with a within one. Rajonova. And again the Dutch clearly under instructions to take very quick throw-offs, following the instructions to the letter. There was the shot by Rajonova, very low, and Jankovic goes the wrong way. Dutch goalkeeper who's had a patchy European Championship, 20% save rate. So 5-1 defence now by the Slovakians. Jakubisova has been given the yellow card. The player in the picture was Skolkova at the front of the defence. And the Dutch hit, courtesy of Snelda. Is it Polman, in fact, the scorer? Looking at the block instead. Well, she's having a very good start to the game. Jakubisova. So 5-4, staying close for the moment. Jakubisova, 33-year-old right winger. Continues her top scoring run, and here she is again. And she's leveled the score, her fourth. Plenty of space there as Smets closes late for the angle, and celebrations for Bizhikova. So 7 minutes played, and Luciano returns on the far wing. Groot into Polman, brilliant play! Polman snap pass into Snelda. And a 2-minute suspension for some pushing. And Sukenikova has gone flying. There was the goal by Snelda. That was the nice bit. There was the not such nice bit as Groot charges straight into the hapless Sukenikova. And so the Netherlands will be short-handed for the next 2 minutes, and maybe a chance for Slovakia, although it's not looking too great for Sukenikova. Still down receiving treatment. Well, what an amazing turnaround it was in their match against Serbia. 6 goals down, they looked dead and buried. Their goalkeeper, Gubikova, saved 4 penalties for Slovakia in that match. More to the point, enormous frustration. Well, Sukenikova is going off. A little bit dazed, I think, by that collision. She had come in at pace. So Sukenikova off, and it means that Bizhikova will come on. 22-year-old, who's only played 14 times for her country. And she tucks in quite deep. And they're level. Nice play, simple. Move it around, drive around side to side. Eventually you'll find the gap. Skolkova, the player who comes through, and it's 6-all. And Wester has replaced Jankovic in goal, but to no effect. while Sukenikova was receiving treatment. So Kramer has come in place of Groot as a playmaker. There she's on the ball now. Polman. Well, it was just to you, to me, to you, to me, and eventually took the shot, and it beats Sulovska, who's also just come into goal for Slovakia in place of Gubikova. Netherlands short-handed for another 48 seconds. Polman's second goal, that was. Well, they're wasting their own time at the moment. They're supposed to be on a power play, the Slovakians. Rajonova playing in the centre now. Oh, good save by Wester. It's replaced Jankovic, who made just one save from 6. Wester, who plays for Oldenburg in Germany. 21 years of age, the keeper. Well, the Dutch were supposed to host the Europeans 2 years ago. Had to pull out because of financial challenges. The recession still very much on at that time. Serbia stepped in, having previously hosted the men's Europeans, and were about to host the women's Worlds. So rather unprecedented 3 consecutive championships, major championships in Serbia. There was no way through for the line there. The ball easily stolen by Slovakia. A free throw. Groot straight back into defense mode. There's no middle ground with Groot. It's the brick wall or nothing. So 12 minutes played here in Zagreb. Competition jointly hosted by Hungary and Croatia. Well, Groot getting a little bit of her own medicine, and she's going to be off because unfortunately she caught her very high. It was just a clumsy effort by Martina Skolkova. Plays for Dijon in France, and anything around neck height, I'm afraid, even though Groot very kindly stayed on her feet. So still Sukenikova soothing that sore head into the wing. Bit of an angle there. Oh, sails past. There was space. Sulovska, the Slovakian goalkeeper, just 1.70 m. Don't shout. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I mustn't shout anymore. Sukenikova still with the ice pack on her head. 7-6 the score remains, despite Slovakia being short-handed, no line player. They're waiting to put someone in from the wing, and here comes Jakubisova, but she goes straight back again. Comes from the other side instead. Bizikova, that's not a great shot, straight down the middle. One of the easier saves for Wester, who nearly falls out of the area. Would have given possession back. Comfortable save, but under a lot of pressure, and Van der Heijden gets a free throw. And Slovakia qualified for the European Championships from Group 2. They qualified effectively thanks to a draw with France. It was a very good result. France topped the group. Slovakia went through with them. 2 qualifiers from each group. Slovakia qualifying ahead of Iceland and Finland. Krud gets the push, and it's a penalty. 2 inside the area as well. And Polman scores. Back-to-back goals, although separated by quite a long spell. Slovakia back to full strength in just a few moments. Right, they are back to full strength, can settle down now. And, a bit more initiative. There's a space. Oh, poor finishing. She rushed her shot. Dubayova 36-year-old who plays in Poland. And they pay the price at the other end because Van der Heijden won't miss when she's coming in with that kind of pace. And a run of 3 goals. Her third as well. So 5.5 minutes without scoring now for Slovakia. And we hit the midway point in the first half, and the goal drought continues. Long-range effort by Petra Benuskova, who plays for Stella Saint-Maur in France, a second division club, with a club teammate of hers, Tothova, goalkeeper. Goalkeeper for Slovakia, Sulovska, was a replacement for Minarsikova. Hasn't played yet in the competition. I'm not sure she's entirely enjoying her start here, with 0 saves from 4 attempts as Snelder gets the second goal of the game. And it's a run of 4 without reply. Pushes the ball up. And team timeout called by Slovakia.
Musíme hrát na 8 metrech, to je východní pozice, ne na 7. A střetlačí, 3krát průraz mohl být a 3krát gól. Pojďte ven! Do souboju! Pojď, David! Na postavenou, záběh křídla, levo. No, jdeme!
Fair to say that Dusan Polos is not a happy man.
Nou, in de tegenhaal, als je Breyer opzet, nou loop je recht op die verdediger. Breyer hou je het ruimte, komt de ruimte in het midden of de spaas met Eileen. Oké? Denk daar in de aanval met tempowisseling. Op een gegeven moment gaan we alles heel snel, dan worden we vlak, even vertragen, dan weer versnellen en dan komt het niet.
Eerst de beste blijft goed spelen, want elke wedstrijd blijft ook over de kant. Kom maar!
So Janik on the line. Four goals, and now 6.5 minutes since Slovakia last scored. Even Jakubisova can't score from that kind of angle. Tries to go towards the middle instead. Defence is sitting on Jakubisova. Shot comes, but well blocked by the Dutch defence. They're so mobile, and there's just absolutely no creativity in the Slovakian side. They can't find a gap. In the end, the passive play call comes up. And so the Netherlands have possession back. But at least they won't have the lowest amount of goals in the first half or any half of a game. That sadly rests with the Serbians, who managed to score just 3 against France in their preliminary round match there in the first half. That's a good save, Sulovska. And again, it's blocked. There are 3 defenders down the middle. They're trying to hammer it through there. Dubayova. It's never going to go through. Netherlands have a tall defence down the middle. And Trehubova has just picked up a yellow card for that rather high shove. 25-year-old who plays for the Slovakian champions, Juventa Michalovce. Oof, off the post. No luck there for Polman. Free throw for the foul on Trehubova. Back comes Slovakia. 18 minutes played. Good angle now. Oh. And that was an easy shot. Bizikova, at least to try and get on target from a big angle on the wing. Goalkeeper didn't touch it, it was well wide. Coming up to 9 minutes since Slovakia last scored. Polman's gone into the centre. Grut at left back. She comes around to her more customary position. Polman into the line. Good play off the post, but a penalty. A foul called against Jakubisova, against Yvette Broch. Line play plays for the French champions Metz. Those diving penalties from Polman, second one. And that's a 5-0 run now. 3 of those 5 goals in that run have come from Polman. So no goal for 10 minutes. Another 2-minute suspension for the Netherlands. And this time it's Kelly Dulfer, the defence specialist, 20-year-old who plays for the champion Segorak Dalfsson, and that's harsh palm off. Guro Röön in there straight away to send her off. Second suspension for the Dutch. Oh, even when they do break through, I wouldn't say it's a comfortable save, because I think Wester's going to feel that. Chin may have helped some part in the save. But straight down the middle by Skolkova, who plays for Dijon in the French First Division. Wester seems none the worse for it. Three of the Dutch players play their club handball in France, so they're not club mates, but at least will meet in the league. Oh, and again off the woodwork. She's not having much luck, Broch. Good defence, last-ditch stuff there by Grut. 26-year-old who plays for Midtjylland, been in Denmark now for 8 years. Well, finally, after 12 minutes, who else but Jakubisova to break that run by the Dutch. It's almost relief on the bench. Visions of the Serbian match all over again, with 1 goal in every third. Dutch short-handed. Still 20 seconds. Polman takes forever to take the free throw. That's good. That's taken 10 seconds just for the throw. A lot of strapping on a right leg, Polman, but no problem that we're aware of. Maybe just extra support. Grut into the wing. Luciano, good save. Second save for Sulovska. Well, that needed a bit of a dive rather than a fall onto it, and Wester happy to come out and take the ball. There's Luciano's shot. I'd say she'd actually landed before she shot. So the 24-year-old keeper from Slavia Partizanske. And he joined the team after the second match in the preliminary stages. That didn't get stopped though. Van der Heijden. Her 4th strong effort. 22 minutes played. Van der Heijden plays for Esbjerg, who topped the Danish league. Playing a long way off, but when they get in, they just don't find anyone who's really willing to take responsibility. And when they do, well, like Skolkova, it's from too far out anyway. They just don't seem to want to go in and fight the Dutch anymore. They're so tight in defence, the Dutch. They're giving nothing away. But they're not going to get in close. They need someone to start taking those long-range efforts to pull the defence out, because otherwise the Dutch will sit back and wait for them. Polman, Grut. Ooh, little push by Benuskova. Polman tries to switch, but the pass isn't good enough to get a shot in. Free throw. Trehubova closes everything down. Passive play is being warned now against the Dutch. Need the shot fairly soon. It's going to come now, and it goes wide. Oof, and she's hurt herself, and I wonder if that's the finger. Is it? Oh no. That is looking pretty bad. Holding her right thigh. She turns around, goes to shoot, and I think it may have been on the landing. Well, maybe not. It may not be as bad as we think, because I suspect that's more of a dead leg than a twist. Yeah, she wouldn't be walking otherwise. She just got a dead leg colliding with the defender. You saw it from the other angle much more clearly. She'll feel that when she cools down later on. And they may want to treat that straight away and see if she comes back on again. The question is, do you really want to risk her if it's a game that you can win by turning the bench? I think I know what I'd do if I was Gruner. Break is on, and Knippenborg, who's come on in place of Polman, has given possession away on that one. Well, that's more like it. Helped to a great measure by the fact that the Dutch were still trying to get in position. They were shuffling around at the back, and Skolkova took full advantage. Her second. 12-8 the lead for the Netherlands. Oh, lovely play. Comfortably put away by Yvette Broch. Well, clearly Polman's injury was just a dead leg. And the ball stolen again as they're getting close. Well taken. Broch again. Second almost in as many minutes, but a quick response from Slovakia. They're beginning to find their range, and Skolkova is doing what they desperately need. Bit of long-range efforts. Third goal for her, while at the other end, that was Broch with the break. It's under 4 minutes remaining. Polman, you can see at the bottom of the picture, being used in attack now. That Hayden needs to drop back on the right-hand side, looking for the line. She wasn't free. Knippenborg, who's now replaced Groot. Knippenborg, 22 years old, plays for Kristiansand in Norway, alongside Jessie Kramer, who's on the team list here today with the Netherlands. So Knippenborg goes in on the line, 2 to flatten it. Polman gets the shot. Comes off a defender, deflects it and kills it. And have we had a faulty substitution, I wonder? Call from the table. No, I think it's someone who's got something wrong with the knee, or what have they spotted? Well, she's bleeding, that's why. Any blood injury needs to be treated and covered. So Bizikova will go to the bench. There was Polman's shot and the nice block as well. So while the Slovakian doctor busies himself with a bit of cotton and an elastoplast, teammates get on. Oh, clips the bar. That's unlucky. Well, all credit to her. Skolkova, who plays for Dijon in France. Team who are down in the lower rankings of the first division, but she's really making an effort here to get the long-range shots in. She's taken 6 shots, scored 3. The problem they have is the most experienced player, of course, Jakubisova, is a winger. She can't really set things up from the middle. Good as she is and willing as she is to try the jump shots. And so Skolkova is taking responsibility. Through the keeper. Scored by Martin Smets. Teammate of Jakubisova's at Thüringen. Luciano is back. She seems to have short bursts. 15-9 the scoreline, 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. And she's trying too, but Trehubova struggling with the long-range shooting, and Netherlands hit back, and ball seemed to float on the line, but actually was already over it by Yvette Brock again. Unlucky for Sulovska, the goalkeeper. It's a 3rd fast break for Brock. There was the earlier goal by Smets. Into the last 2 minutes before the break. Benuskova in the centre. Quick switch. Rajonova tries to come out. She drops back in on the wing. The line was free briefly, but the pass didn't come. Picked up Skolkova. Passive play is going to come soon. Nearly lost it into the wing. Oh, what a shame. Absolutely the right idea, but the pass bounced too hard. Back come the Netherlands. 1.5 minutes remaining. Poor pass, but there's an infringement by Andrea Zanik, 35-year-old who plays for Zlin in the Czech Republic. Polman into the wing. That's nice. Polman sets up Luciano. No bench like that. 17-9. That Kempe. Jakubisova comes towards the middle, tries to flatten things. That's good. Benuskova. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. First goal for Benuskova. So the Dutch will look to make this the last attack if they get it timed right. Well, with the team timeout remaining, Henk Gröner decides to use it. Obviously keen to get a goal in these remaining 19 seconds. There was that effort at the other end by Benuskova.
Goed wachten op de cirkel, kijken of je met cirkel kan spelen. Anders kom je door het midden heen. Kijken of je met cirkel kan spelen of je schiet. We geven de bal niet meer weg. We hebben nog 17 seconden. Goed voorbereiden. Dan een snelle tempo is het tegen de bal in de cirkel. Který do toho Rusáka, vleď to naplno. Nebuď pasím, to už si na brankovišti. Nebuď a nebo. Teďka v obraně. Pozor na nějakou náhazovačku, opačně, aby nezahrál nějaký kříž pravou náhazovačku na levou stranu. Křídla, velký pohyb, co na nejvíc prostoru a pozor na ty kříže, aby nehráli ten falešný a potom do pivota, tam přihrávka. Znamená, pokud je první trojka ven, Pateř musí s pivotem a Táňa k tomu pivotovi tady. A nebo opačně z druhé strany. Jo, jdeme! Nedostaneme volaj, pojďme!
So 19 seconds for the Netherlands to try and increase their lead to 8 at the half-time break. Nippenbohr in the centre for Groot. Polman looks back to the line. She wasn't there though, 3 seconds. And the Dutch covered all the options and Sulovska left stranded. And so the buzzer comes. And at half-time, it's a comfortable lead for the Netherlands here. 17-10 the scoreline. We'll take a short break, but join us again in just a few moments for the second half. We'll see you then.
i gospodo, zahvaljamo našoj Irmi koja nam je stigla u goste. Sad možeš opet otići malo odmoriti, spavati se, dođi nam utorak i nastavljamo naš reklamni blok. And we'll be back after commercials.
Originalna recenzija i tradicionalna priprema, prirodni sastavnici i kristalna čista voda s 90 metara dubine, uz sveže emociji koja najbolje čuva vrhunsko kvalitetu i jedinstveni okus. Osječko, prvo Hrvatska.
Welcome back to the Arena Zagreb in the Croatian capital. And this match between two of the surprise teams of the tournament so far. The Netherlands are leading Slovakia 17-10, looking reasonably comfortable at the moment. But they will need to be mindful, the Dutch, that Slovakia, after 20 years of Euro oblivion, won their first ever European Championship game against Serbia. And it came after recovery from a six-goal deficit in the first half against the World Championship silver medalists. For their part, the Dutch win over Croatia, which contributed to their exit, has had some ramifications, of course, since the Croatian team, very sadly, not in the main round. And as we said earlier, some of the empty seats here, or many of the empty seats. But we've also seen the coach now resign, Kanyuga, and the star player of the team, Andrea Penisic, has also announced her international handball retirement. She felt it was all just too much in the end, and she needed a break. So it's going to be a big loss for Croatia. But back here, though, the last match of the day, in the opening day of Group 2 in the main round in Zagreb. We've had wins for Montenegro and Sweden so far. The Netherlands still looking good, and Polman still clearly nursing a sore right thigh from that earlier collision. So the second half gets underway with the Netherlands 7 goals to the good. But ever alert to Slovakia's amazing powers of recoveries, as the Serbs will testify. Oh, that was lovely play. Had a bit of a break, Groot. She's back on now and up to her old tricks again. Lovely little sidestep. And the defender caught absolutely flat-footed Dubayova. Tries to go all the way around. She'll get a free throw. Couldn't get enough power on it, but it's strong defending by the Dutch, as Claudia Michnova, who's only played 12 minutes in the whole competition so far, is put on for the second half. He's turning the bench a little bit, Dusan Polos, because she got some play time in the first half. Sulowska, the goalkeeper, was also playing her first Euro handball. And Michnova, a little warning for Snelder after that tussle with Trehubova even. So Kertesova has also come on. Ooh, that rattled the goal. So Dutch breaking again, and the ball was loose. She had to stop running because it was going to be an attacker's foul, otherwise she took another step. And the frustrated Jakubisova does all she can, which is to launch the ball forwards to Bizikova, but there was nothing they could do with it, no one else there. Dutch covering well. Shooting efficiency, well, the Dutch have scored their 18 goals from 25 shots, while Slovakia have scored 10 from 23. So Slovakians 43% success rate on the shooting, below par for them, even though they've got the lowest scoring rating, 50%. Still just below par for them. As for the Dutch, who are on 55% scoring rate in the competition so far, they're on 72% here today. Well, now that's nice. That was very nice. Tetiana Trehubova. Only 8 internationals to her name, but it's an attacking foul by Snelder, holding in. She plays on the line. So Gudikova has resumed in goal, as we saw there briefly, for Slovakia. And a second attempt there by Kertesova comes to nothing. It's knocked out of play. It'll stay with the Dutch, and Bont takes a quick throw. And there is the... and she just couldn't quite stop herself. And Michnova goes out of play with the ball. Switch back, Groot looking for Polman, cuts out Polman, goes for the wing, there's no space there. Polman into the line, 2 close defenders, but did incredibly well, Snelder, to keep the ball, but Trehubova wouldn't let go either. 4 minutes played, we've had a goal apiece in the second half. Polman saved, Gubikova, her first save of the game from 9 shots. I'm not sure what that was meant to be, but it's gifted a goal because Polman is still loitering down the far end. And scores completely unmarked as she goes straight off, and she's not looking comfortable, I have to say. Once they've got a decent enough lead, they may want to think about it's going to be a free throw. Resting her, the Netherlands, who play Montenegro on Tuesday and then France on Wednesday. Back-to-back games for this group, because both Group 1 and 2 have to finish on the same day. Took a little bit too long to drive through. It was a laboured effort by Kertesova. The gap was there, he just needed quicker acceleration. Oh, the gap's there, it's got to be released, that's good. The whole defence pushed out and there was space. Van der Heijden fumbles the ball on the line, it's given away. Gubiskova, long pass, but it's intercepted. Kramer getting there first, but this was the goal, and that was a nice one. Sent Wester the wrong way. So 6 minutes played in the second half as Kertesova gets her breath back. Hits the woodwork. Gubikova was pushing a long way up, even the danger of her defender not collecting the ball. Attacking foul. Michnova runs into the defender. Easy decision there as Groot goes flying. Bit of theatrics with it, but it was definitely an attacking foul. So Polman back on again. There's a long way to run from the bench now, playing this way. Here she comes for the shot. Oh, good save. Gubikova, after lackluster first half with 8 goals and no saves, she's pulled off a couple of good ones. Not a bad effort again, but no luck for Kertesova. Ball's out for the Netherlands. Bont, the right winger, away very quickly. Veteran of 90 internationals, 181 goals. There was a save by Gubikova. Plays for the Slovakian champions, Juventa Michalovska. A long, long pass, too long. Straight off the end. No luck there for Martin Smets. Plays for the German side, Thüringen. Tough defending. Trehubova gets the free throw. And once more, it's Groot. Just went wide, but she'll get the free throw. Kertesova brought down as she was shooting. Wester, who's on 6 saves from 13 shots, a 46% save rate, which is excellent for the keeper. Best performance by her so far. Although there's been a fair bit of optimistic shooting as well in the first half. Kertesova looks for the line, inside. Hornakova unable to control that ball, and it's 20-12 the scoreline. 3-2 in the second half, so the Slovakians holding their own now, but to some extent the Dutch cruising along. Knippenborg comes back on again, turning the bench. Groot gets a break. Polman, Van der Heijden, Polman again to the wing. But that's an attacking foul. She went in too hard on the defender, Michnova. Tries to turn, good defense again. Van der Heijden staying stuck to the shirt. Surfeit of resin on the hands. Oh, tried it, beautifully stolen. Break is on, back to the other side. And so, scored by Knippenborg, 22-year-old who plays in Norway. But it was a great take at the other end that actually started the whole move. It may have been Van der Heijden who got that. Another long-range effort by Kertisova, goes flying over. 1 goal from 4 only for her so far. Although one of them did rattle the goal almost off its bearings. Polman comes on. Looks like she's going to play centre for a little while. Oh, it's lovely work. Not so much on the finishing, but a nice setup. Crossover down the middle. Polman then came in late, drove in on the back of it, set it back, and it went into a lot of space, but the shot by Martin Smets comes to nothing. 11.5 minutes played in the second half, and Slovakians haven't scored now for 6 minutes. Admittedly, it is low scoring anyway. The Netherlands have only scored twice in that time. On a heavy block on Kertisova, and it's a 2-minute suspension for Lynn Knippenborg. Quarter high. Knippenborg seems to feel that a little bit more of that was made than necessary, and a bit of a chuckle on the bench. Must sharpen my nails next time. Shot goes wide, touched on the way though. It'll be a throw-in from the corner. Bizhikova takes it. Blazikova has now gone in on the right wing on the far side. Again blocked by the defence. As soon as they try and come in close, the Slovakians, they're losing the battle against the Dutch. They're so much stronger in defence and more mobile. They're just not finding the gaps, and with no one taking those long-range shots, it's becoming very difficult. Groot, bruise on the face as well. She's been in the wars. So just about a minute left on the suspension rather. That's one of her trademark moves. Polman goes around the outside, scores a 6th goal. Attacking foul. She didn't get a chance to come off. She turned straight back and went in defence, realising that there was a fast throw-off being taken. So she scores there and then wins the ball back in at the other end. Bond scores, and we've now had a run of 4 goals without reply. It's speeding up with the Dutch. Did well, runs it off her fingertips. Sometimes referred to as a broken wrist shot. So team timeout taken by Slovakia. Once more, long spell, 8 minutes without goals for them.
Andy, Claudia, 3 do tráku. Maximální tlak v první a druhé vlně. Jasný? V útoku pěstí výměny Srbsko vlevo vpravo, ale nemusíte dokonce střílet. Pokud tam ten pivot není a ten prostor za těma trojkama není, tak to pošlete zpětnou spojice, která vám narážela. Jo, potom kříží, tak to pošlete zpětnou do křídel a pak a zeglajna. Jo, jdeme.
Blijf goed praten, blijf voor die cirkel komen, hoeken actief. En vanaf nu het laatste stuk, hè, blijf die tegenaanval gaan. Derbies elke snel. Veel tijd. Blijf gaan, kan jij komen als prima gedaan. Maar die ruimte is er, dus die blijven we gebruiken. Ja, Sanne komt voor Lau. Ja.
It all seems very calm in the Dutch camp. But for Slovakia, a long run without goals. 8 minutes, and they've conceded 4, and I'm afraid it looks like no fairy tale turnaround, nearly stolen there by Knippenborg coming back in again, but no fairy tale turnaround as they had against Serbia. A very theatrical drop. Van Olfen blocking Michnova, who's happy to fall like a pancake. Tries to go around again, takes the shot, she'll get the free throw. This time fouled by it's Van Olfen again, I actually think. Don't think it was Snelder. She's trying hard. Michnova, give her that. Good. Oh, what a shame. Just lacked a little bit of pace. Skolkova, who was impressive in the first half with the long-range shooting. They need her to get going again here. Kertisova just couldn't quite deliver after a good first shot. Free throw again. Turn. That was the earlier. Kranik is certainly trying her hardest as well. The line player, 177 tall, goes down. She actually ended up herself with 3 2-minute suspensions in the match against Serbia and had to watch the last 10 minutes of that win. Epic win by Slovakia, and historic, in fact, from the stands. She was hands clasped in prayer for the whole 10 minutes. So Wester faces a penalty. And it's scored. Trehubova. Brings the deficit back to 10 goals midway through the second half. Sadly, though, that has been a 10-minute break, during which time they've conceded 4 goals. Somewhat similar to the 11-minute spell when they conceded 5 without reply in the first, as Pullman goes down heavily. Free throw, and they're pushing very deep in attack. Oof, dear. Van Olfen dispatched by Michnova, who seems to be venting her frustration on the right back. Good save, Gubikova. Made 4 saves from 17 now. It's just disjointed, unfortunately, some of the passing. And we've got an injury with the line player. He's taken a blow in the face. There was the save by Gubikova. But meanwhile, Andrea Ksanik, 35-year-old line player, who plays for Zlin, been given a bit of treatment. But I know sitting on the bench, 21-year-old. Only played 12 minutes and 48 seconds in the match so far, Rajonova. That's nice, got a bit of power, the defense sat back. And Michnova takes the shot, her first goal of the game. Deep defence by the Slovakians now. There's suddenly some real intensity in the Slovakian defending. Cutting everything. Smets there trying to find a gap in between 1 and 2, but closed very quickly. A long-range shot by Van Olfen, sails over the top. Comes back again. Skolkova goes in. That's nice. 3 goals without reply. Slovakia going again now. Fortunately, they took an 11-goal deficit to make them click, as some of the fans in the background stand. They've not had too much to cheer though. 15 goals in 47 minutes by their team. Snelder, and she's fouled in the act of shooting. It's a penalty. Defending inside the area. Blazikova trying to back out of the area, but was well and truly inside. So Gubikova. Well, no heroics. She saved 4 against Serbia, but Polman getting the upper hand. 3 penalties from 3. Admittedly not all against her. Ball's out, but picked up again by the Slovakians. They keep possession. Tries to go around. Only a free throw. Sukenikova has gone in as a second line player. Off the crossbar, they haven't had much luck with that either. They've had 3 or 4 now hit the woodwork quite hard. And Skolkova goes searching again. Brought to an abrupt stop though by Schropp. Oh, beautiful. Lovely goal by Skolkova. 29-year-old from Dijon, quick sidestep. And absolutely left Schropp standing. Good block. Well, to their credit, the Slovakians are fighting to the bitter end here. They are defending hard. There's a bit of mobility in the defence now. Kramer is in on the attack at left back. He's had a fair bit of court time. 30 minutes for her, which is not bad. Oh, almost as if she wasn't expecting the ball back. Knippenbohr had her back to the pass. Free throw. Michnova held up. (25-16). So we're well into the last 10 minutes of this game. The final game of the day here in Zagreb. Ooh, not a bad effort. Wester may well have just got a touch on that on the way through. Shot by Trehubova. Well, Dusan Polos, I'm afraid, no big turnaround here today, as against Serbia a couple of days ago. Still doesn't take away from the fact that the whole team are national heroes now after going through to the main round at the expense of Serbia. Closed angle, oh, beautiful. That's all she could really do. Player came forwards, gave her the gap, and Hus gets her first. It's been really good defending by the Dutch, although on that occasion they went on the break, they thought they had a chance. And Blazekova, number 4, coming in for Slovakia. One of 2 players who were called in after the second match. You allowed 3 swaps during the European Championships. Change around players. Blazekova came in for right back Sarkova, while goalkeeper Sulovska, number 1, who played in the first half, came in for a line player, Minarsikova. Both those players actually sitting behind the team bench. Oof, looking for a quick pass, instead it bounces off the defender. The break is on. And it's scored. Sukenikova. Her first. She plays for the Czech champions, Baník Most. Free throw. So 7 minutes remaining in the game. Van Olfen, that was a good shot. Got in close, the defence sat back, allowed her well inside. She was in at 8 meters. Tries to go for the quick one, but no luck for Blazekova. Wester stops it dead. Her 7th save of the game. Oh, that's off the bar. No luck this time for Hus. As the teams are tiring, the goals are coming thick and fast now. That's nicely played by Martina Skolkova. Another little dummy. Second time she's done that. And a team timeout called by the Netherlands with 6 minutes remaining in this Group 2 match. For the Dutch, it's all going swimmingly well. 2 points in the bag. It'll move them up on a level with Montenegro and France.
En als ze gaan schieten, dan gaan we terug. En dan krijgen we die grote schoten dwars door de dekking heen. Ja, dus compacter staan, bij elkaar blijven. En als ze naar de dekking toe gaan, dan gaan we er naartoe. Zoals de laatste keer naar voren. We gaan terug. En naartoe contact maken. Aanval trekken. Ja, hey. We moeten even water omhoog gaan vanaf het middenspel. Dus een beetje een aanzetje maken.
0-6. Ale aktivní strojka máme. 0-6 a předtím další vracení zase na 2-3. No, na postavenou. Nemám vymýšlenou nic. Jaký nápad, Kauri? Adidas, jo? Dobrý. Adidas v útoku, opaku 1 obrana 0-6, pak se vrátíme tady na 2-3. Jdeme!
Well, Dusan Polo's looking for inspiration there. It's almost like anyone want to suggest anything? Which move shall we do next? Hus makes her way back to the wing. So play resumes with 6 minutes remaining. The clock hasn't started though on the screen. It will, I'm sure, readjust itself very shortly. Into the wing. Looks for the line. Oh, brilliant play. Lovely pass, under pressure. Roch with her 4th. Good build up into the wing. There's no space there, and quite rightly, Sukenikova brings it back out again. Free throw. So just ignore the clock at the top, which hasn't restarted. Hopefully it'll start running shortly and we'll get some ideas. Another shot comes in from Skolkova this time. Try to snap it low, but is well covered by the goalkeeper. A bit of a deflection, and that'll be a throw-in from the corner for the Netherlands. Looks like the Dutch will maintain their record then against Slovakia. 2 wins in the only 2 encounters between these two countries in friendly matches back in March 2008. They were both close. Today, I think fair to say, not so close, and the clock is up and running. Tells us that we are into the 56th minute. Oh, given away. And so often they push up and try and isolate the back players, and it works beautifully. And Hus scores her first goal. Only her second in the competition. So they edge on towards the 30 mark. Well, the tired Slovakians are making more and more mistakes here. Broch happy to help herself with her 4th. And the Slovakians resigned to their fate. Not much that Gubikova could do, left completely on her own. And they've given possession away again, and it's one after the other now. That's good though, Gubikova. The defence got back and helped put the shoot under, a bit of pressure, and it does make the difference for the goalkeeper. Her 4th save. Not been a memorable day for the Slovakian goalkeepers. Silovska and Gubikova, who've played, are both on a 17% save rate. Compare that with Wester's rather impressive 38%. Oh, unlucky off the woodwork. Well, Skolkova has so stood out for me in the Slovakian team. She has been industrious, she's pushed so hard. 6 goals from 10 attempts. She's taken the jump shots when she needed to try and pull the defence out. That's Michnova, though, from the middle. Very direct route as the defender takes a little time coming up onto her. Until we're coming up to 2 minutes remaining. 5-1 defence still to try and harass at the front. Kelly Dulfer now, the playmaker. And that's going to be a free throw for the Netherlands as Sukenikova went into the area, but more to the point, the ball bounced out and hit her on the head. Well, she was standing inside, so Van Olfen. Bench being turned here by the Dutch. Dulfer into the wing. Ah, that was brilliant. And a good save as well. Gubikova's 5th save. Oh, excellent play. Oh, what a shame. But a good save by Wester. One of the better moves that Slovakia have strung together here. Under a lot of pressure as we enter the last minute. Well, the Dutch have defended superbly. There was that effort, a bit improvised, but it opened up the line. It brought an excellent save out of the Slovakian keeper. Well, the Dutch defence has been hugely impressive here today. They've left absolutely no space. That won't count inside the area. The Slovakians will push here to try and get at least 20 on the board, would be nice. Oh, nearly giving it away. Michnova. Well, for some on the Slovakian bench, disappointment seems to be just a little too much. But there is little doubt that the best team has won here today. The Dutch defended superbly. They've had nice fluid attacks, and then later on in the game, they've managed to turn the bench as Michnova gets another one. Seconds are ticking away in the game here. It won't count. Buzzer gone just before it went in. And so at full time, the Netherlands have beaten Slovakia 30-20 and get another 2 points. It'll put them on a par with Montenegro and France. there was that last shot, and that was a beautiful shot by Michnova, top left-hand corner. That was a good finish under pressure for Broch, but I'm afraid comes to nothing as the buzzer had just gone. But the job is done. The Netherlands have won 30-20. They've bagged the points, and their hopes of a semi-final place remain alive. I mean, who would have thought so before? Really two surprise teams here. Well, feeling of satisfaction and contentment, job done. So it's the Skolkova, is it? Yes, it had to be Skolkova. She has played her heart out. 6 goals. 2 assists. Nustotir hands over the award for her. Rather half-hearted wave there by the team, but a thoroughly deserved award for her. Pohlmann, it is Pohlmann. Her second, she won it against Germany as well on the opening day. Smiles all round. Pohlmann with 7 goals, a 64% success rate, 3 from 3 at the 7 metre. Solid work, although not used in defence, or at least after she took the knock. And so they've done what they had to, and Slovakia, who were hoping for more history making, though, can't get past the Dutch here today, who were very cautious still at half-time with a 7-goal lead, didn't take their foot off the accelerator, just made sure that they killed this game off completely, and they went up to an 11-goal lead at one point. The Slovakians bravely fought back, but in the end, the Dutch capitalized on some late mistakes by the Slovakians and scored a flurry of fast breaks to finish 10 goals ahead. So it brings to an end the opening day of the main round here in Zagreb. And a smattering of Slovakian fans applaud their players. But to take nothing away from their huge achievement. And smiles all round for the Dutch. They have been a very impressive outfit. Defence is a strong suit for them. They really do block out their opponents. But to some extent, the Slovakians played into their strengths by going right in, up to 6 meters and being sucked in. And the Dutch absolutely closed them down again and again and stole the ball off them and hit them on the break. So this is how it looks then today. So, well, I'm getting myself mixed up. Of course, the Netherlands, with that extra point that they got from Sweden, are top of the table with Sweden on 5 points. Montenegro and France 4 points apiece. And Germany and Slovakia, I'm afraid, still rooted to the bottom. And their chances of semi-final places not looking particularly good at the moment. So tomorrow we are back in Hungary. We go to Debrecen for day 2 in the main round in Group 1. We hope you can join us for those matches. But for now, we'll let you see the statistics and bid you good night from me, Paul Bray, and all the EHF TV team. Until next time, good night.